Welcome to the Flow Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:39 p.m. That is Central Time, and today is August 25th. Well, today we had a little bit of reassessment of whether there's going to be an interest rate cut or not in September. Of course, we had the fireworks on Friday in reaction to what Jerome Powell had to say, and there was a big pricing in that there would definitely be an interest rate cut. And today people are saying, well, maybe they won't or maybe they will. And it really depends on how inflation pans out and what the inflation or what the employment figures are going to be like. One thing that we can certainly say though is that today we had the home sales figures that were reposted as being higher than expected, and then that of course helps to very clearly emphasize that any kind of easement on interest rates would be quite positive for the housing sector. I think that based upon what Jerome Powell had to say, it's very likely they will cut rates. But then, of course, the market is going to move on and raise the next question: how many times are they likely to cut? And that really is going to be very influential in terms of how much of a rally we get. I still think that there's room here for the additional upside. But then we can think about some of the risk assets, because Bitcoin was down in a dynamic manner on Saturday, relatively quiet yesterday, and then down 2,700 in here today. So that was on the back of a whale selling a rather significant amount of Bitcoin, and there was a mini flash crash, and that drove the price down about $4,000 in a very short period of time. So then let's remember that Bitcoin is a liquidity barometer. And if you have a whale taking a profit up here, that probably weighed on some of the sentiment that we had in the wider markets in here today. Even though a lot of people will say, oh, Bitcoin is not correlated with the stock market, all evidence, I should say, points to the contrary. Now, when we look around the rest of the world, we've had also quite a positive move here, and this isn't just about follow through from the move on Friday on Wall Street, but the Chinese domestic stock market was up about 2% in here today, and that is a new recovery high. So what you have in China right now is quite a strong equity market, and what it is basically pricing in is that the administration there is going to stimulate a bit more impressive